live from WTVO Rockford and your home team. Eyewitness News at 6 starts now.
New worries tonight in the coronavirus pandemic. Why a new variant is such a concern and what world governments are doing in response. After the turkey comes the shopping, and following a year off in-person deals, shoppers were out in full force on this Black Friday. Plus, not one, but two state championship games for local high school football teams today. David has the highlights coming up in sports. Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy. Eric is off tonight. We begin with new concerns on the coronavirus pandemic. The World Health Organization is sounding the alarm over a new COVID variant emerging in South Africa. Elizabeth Schulze has more.
Fears over a new variant of the coronavirus are triggering countries to impose new travel restrictions and sending the global stock market tumbling. The World Health Organization is now designating a COVID variant that was first identified in South African countries this week as OMICRON, calling it a variant of concern. Scientists say it could be more transmissible and more immune to vaccines.
This variant has a large number of mutations, and some of these mutations have some worrying characteristics.
The U.S. government, along with countries in Europe and Asia, announcing new travel restrictions on several southern African nations.
I've decided that we're going to be cautious, make sure there's no travel to and from South Africa and 6 other countries in that region, and except for American citizens who are able to come back.
Travel and hospitality stocks taking a hit on Wall Street. The price of oil also plummeting as investors fear global demand could drop. But health experts caution it's too soon to say vaccines won't be effective against the new variant.
It doesn't really help to close borders, to shun the rest of the world. We have to work together. We've got to find solutions to this variant together.
In the U.S., a new urgency to get more Americans vaccinated, with COVID cases already rising by 10% or more in at least 35 states, and hospitalizations up in 21 states.
The patients are more sick. We're getting all sorts of types of patients, old, young, mostly people who are all unvaccinated.
That was Elizabeth Schulze reporting. More people in the Rockford area are in the hospital with COVID. As of yesterday, the 3 major hospitals in Winnebago County were caring for 129 COVID patients. That's one more than last week. 2 weeks ago, there were 92 patients hospitalized. And for the same time last month, there were just 48 people with COVID in local hospitals. Meanwhile, health officials continue to push the COVID-19 vaccine. As of today, 55% of Winnebago County residents over the age of 12 have gotten at least one COVID shot. Compare that to Chicago, which has a vaccination rate of 77%. In fact, hitting that threshold is about a month ahead of the Chicago mayor's target, which she set by the end of the year. Stevenson County has the lowest rate in our area, with 50% of the population with at least one dose. Ogle is at 54%, Lee 57%, and Boone County is at 58%. It's Black Friday, and that means it was a shopping frenzy for many today. Nicole Delgado went to Cherryvale Mall and caught up with some local shoppers hoping to find deals. She joins us now with more.
That's right, Mimi. The mall was hopping with people today. Many over the moon to be back out after not being able to have that traditional shopping experience last year.
Black Friday honestly has been amazing. I honestly love it. I do like that there's less people, so it's easier to get through stores and everything.
Samantha, SALTO, and her friends hit the Cherryvale Mall on Black Friday. They didn't venture out last year during the pandemic, but says it's nice to be able to shop in person this year, making it feel a little more like normal.
I'm enjoying it, especially because I'm with really close friends, and I think it's very fun to come Black Friday shopping.
Maxim Layback and his family hit the mall not just to grab deals, but on this frigid day, it's also a way to walk off that Thanksgiving dinner.
I expect it to be more crowded. I don't know about them, but yeah.
We're working off the turkey.
feel that there's not as many people due to like more deals online.
Many stores started Black Friday deals online weeks ago, but that didn't stop local shoppers like Leslie CALIXTO from hitting their favorite spots. In fact, some stores had so many people, crowds had to line up outside and be let in one at a time.
Expected there to be less people, but it's still Black Friday. I should have expected this too.
Samantha and her friends are just happy to feel safe shopping with each other again.
I think that's like amazing that everyone's just coming back and we all feel more safe now.
If you weren't able to get out today, you still have time. There are 29 days until Christmas. Mimi?
All right, thanks, Nicole. The Illinois Secretary of State Police will be at shopping centers this month conducting stings to make sure drivers don't park illegally in handicapped parking spaces. Even if you have a disabled parking placard, officers will make sure you actually need it. Violators could face a $600 fine and have their license suspended for a first offense, and then a $1,000 fine if caught again. Secretary of State Jesse White says this isn't a reason to issue tickets, but ensure that accessible parking spaces are available to those who need them. If you decided not to hit the mall today, tomorrow is the day to celebrate and shop at small businesses. The Better Business Bureau recommends inviting along friends and family. Also, introduce yourself to the owners, get to know them, sign up for email alerts. This can help you find the best deals not only Saturday, but all year. They also say posting a selfie to social media featuring the business is a great way to show support, especially if you don't buy anything. And don't forget local restaurants. When you're out shopping at local retail stores, grab a bite from an independently owned restaurant. One way to shop and eat small tomorrow is by heading to downtown Rockford for Stroll on State. But be aware several roads will be shut down starting at 6 tomorrow morning. Those include everything within Stroll, so Jefferson Street to the north, Church Street to the west, Chestnut and Walnut Streets to the south, and 6th Street to the east. Chestnut and Walnut Streets will close during the parade. Then the Jefferson Street Bridge will be shut down from 7:15 to 8:45 p.m. during the fireworks show. Detours will be posted to help drivers avoid the area. Another Rockford attraction is letting visitors see its snowy side. Anderson Gardens in Rockford will be open next month. It's the first time in the 40-year history of the gardens that it will open in the winter. The Wintertime Lightscapes experience will run from next Friday, December 3rd, until December 23rd at the gardens. It's a chance for visitors to see the gardens in a whole new light. It'll be decorated in special white string lights with soft-colored accents. Guests can stroll through and sip hot cocoa while listening to Christmas carols. For a full list of the hours and more information about the experience, follow the links in this story on our website. The Rockford Rescue Mission served hundreds of Thanksgiving meals to those in need this week. Now it's looking forward to the Christmas season. The mission does a donation drive every year before Christmas to make sure those without a place to live have everything they need for winter. Volunteer Supervisor Charmel Jacobs says they especially need donations of one item right now.
Right now, we're really looking for coats, especially the larger sizes. That's a biggie.
Jacobs says they'll always accept hats, scarves, and gloves as well. To find out how to donate, check out the links in this story on our website, mystateline.com. This week on Bergstrom's STATELINE Quiz Bowl, one of the biggest schools in our tournament faces one that travels the farthest. The Harlem Huskies have a long STATELINE Quiz Bowl history. They've been here every season. Elite Eight was their best finish. Galena's been to the Elite Eight 3 times and the Final Four once. Only one of them has a chance to go this far if they know the answer to questions like this.
What Greek hero who married Medea led the Argonauts on their quest for the Golden Fleece?
That one's short and sweet. Catch the answer at STATELINE Quiz Bowl's new time this fall, Saturday morning at 10:30 right here on WTVO. You can also watch Sunday morning at 8:30 on My Network TV. There's one more chance Sunday at 9:30 over on Fox 39. An annual holiday tradition is back for its 32nd year, and tonight is opening night of Festival of Lights. It brings hundreds, if not thousands, to Sinisippi Park every year. Dylan Saraki is there live. He joins us now. Hey, Dylan.
Yeah, Mimi, as you can see, the lights are shining and cars are driving through here at Sinisippi Park to take it all in. Earlier, there was a line of cars down the street here for opening night. Organizers tell me there are over 100 displays as part of this year's show, including about 10 that are brand new. Others have been restrung to shine brighter than before. And visitors will also have a chance to meet with Santa on certain nights. He will be at the park most weekends from 6 to 8 p.m. People are encouraged to bring hot chocolate and snacks with them as they cruise through the lights.
It is such a great, wonderful time, and it's easy, it's quick, it's fast, and the wait isn't that long, and it is definitely something that children and adults like just the same.
You can find a full list of dates and times for Festival of Lights by visiting our website, mystateline.com. For now, reporting live in Rockford for your home team, I'm Dylan Saraki.
Looks very festive. All right, thanks, Dylan.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Welcome back. We saw temperatures this morning very cold, our coldest air of the season. Low temperatures were in the teens across our viewing area. Some places even got as low as 12 degrees. Right now, though, we're a little bit warmer as we see temperatures 27 here in Rockford, 30 in Freeport, 28 in Janesville. Quite a bit warmer than where we were this morning, and also warmer conditions off to our south and to our west as well. We will see some of this warmth begin to work its way toward our area in the coming days, and I'll have details on that coming up in a little bit. But right now, we are seeing a little bit of cloud cover moving through. We have a couple of snow showers showing up on our radar as well. However, it is a little bit drier at the surface, so any snow showers that are showing up on radar are not quite making it there. They are evaporating before they get there, but we will have a couple chances for snow showers tomorrow afternoon, potentially mixed in with rain as well. The sun is now set. The sunset was very nice if you got out to go see it, and you can send us pictures of that as well if you have it. But it was a really nice sunset here on our Mercy Hill Skytrack cam earlier, and the sun has now set, and temperatures underneath that are dropping. Those temperatures tonight will drop into the 20s by the overnight tonight. Tomorrow, we see temperatures break the 40-degree mark. We could get up into the mid-40s, potentially to some of our southern regions as well. Tomorrow evening, we do drop back off into the 20s, and we only get up into the upper 30s on Sunday into the evening there. Now, let's time out the snow showers here. These are a couple of those snow showers that were showing up on radar earlier, moving through. I don't think those will make it because of how dry it is here at the surface. So while we might see them on radar, I don't think we'll see them at the surface. A couple of scattered showers moving through tomorrow afternoon as well, potentially affecting Stroll on State a little bit there. I'll have the details coming up in just a little bit, but we do see a lot more cloud cover moving into tomorrow afternoon and into the evening as well. We get a lot more clearing come Sunday morning, though. Not a whole lot of cloud cover into the afternoon there. We do get some cloud cover that returns Sunday evening. Now here's Stroll on State, our details on that. We will see temperatures tomorrow in the 40s. We do break the 40-degree mark, but in the early part of the afternoon, potentially a chance for those isolated and scattered showers. We do drop off into the evening, though, however. Now, into the next part of the week, we do see a bit warmer conditions. This is the jet stream. So we could see warmer temperatures into the later part of the week, but tonight we are dropping into the 20s overnight tonight. Tomorrow, we do get up into the 40s, so definitely a lot better than what we have seen this morning when we woke up, and much warmer temperatures on our 7-day. Look at this, considering this is December next week. 40s and potentially even a chance for 50s, and we stay pretty dry as well, other than a chance for showers on Wednesday and potentially Saturday tomorrow.
Now, the Napleton Sports Desk with David Greenberg.
Well, no high school football team in Class 1A has been more dominant than the LENA-WINSLOW Panthers. Coming into today's state championship game against Carrollton, the Panthers were looking for ring number 5 in the last 11 years. The location? Husky Stadium, otherwise known as the Panthers' home away from home. Not just because they've had tons of success there in the past, but mostly because their fans packed the stands in support. Early on, there was not much for the Panther faithful to cheer for as they turned the ball over 3 times in the first quarter and change. Trailing 7-6, senior running back Maury Roby put the team on his back and broke away for a big gainer before getting pushed out at the 2, setting up his first touchdown of the game. Carrollton's quarterback Grant Pullman kept the Hawks in this game, rushing for 171 yards and 2 touchdowns, along with 111 passing yards and 2 more touchdowns through the air. When it seemed like Lee Win was on the ropes, Roby continued to deliver. He rushed for over 200 yards and 3 touchdowns in the first half alone as LENA-WINSLOW held on to a 30-19 lead at the break. The second half was all about defense. Senior Brody Mann was a sophomore on the 2019 state championship winning team. He didn't play in that one, but made the most of his time today, picking up a sack at the start of the fourth quarter. Later, senior quarterback Luke Benson punched it in from a yard out to put this one away. LENA-WINSLOW hangs on for their 5th title in 11 years with a 38-25 win over Carrollton. A special group for head coach Rick Aaron leads the 2021 season in the win column.
This group as a class, as a group, they've just been tremendous all the way through. They've went about their business. They're a tight-knit group, and I couldn't be more proud of them. They've hung together, they've stuck together, they've done things the right way.
I almost feel a bit relieved just the fact that we finally got it done, but at the same time, extremely excited. This group has worked so hard. I'm on top of the world right now. I feel great.
Well, congratulations again to the Panthers. What a dynasty they have built out in Lena. Well, going on right now, the Class 3A state championship. The BYRON Tigers taking on TOLONO Unity. Tigers making their 3rd straight trip to state. On their first possession, they're going to go 65 yards, most of them coming on this touchdown pass from Braden Smith to Ethan Paulskill. That made it 7-0 BYRON. And in the second, Andrew Claunch powers in from the 2-yard line. It was 14-0, still now in the second. Braden Smith diving over the pile from the 1 to make it 20-0 with 18 seconds left to play in the first half. We've officially gone final from DeKalb for this 3A game. The BYRON Tigers capping off the perfect 14-0 season with a state championship. Congrats to the Tigers. Scott Leber was there. He'll have more coming up tonight at 9 and 10. Moving on to the NFL, what a strange week it was for the Bears leading up to their game with the Lions yesterday after reports that Matt Nagy would be fired following the game yesterday. Considering the fact that Nagy held his press conference today, I'd say it's a good sign for him that he's still employed. Despite all the distractions, as he's called them, he's proud of the way his team stayed focused.
I think it's safe to say the last several days have been a higher level of distractions, and so when you have people that trust each other and believe in one another, yesterday showed that to who they are as players, and that's why it made us proud for that.
That's sports. We'll be right back.
We had a lot of cloud cover today in our First Warn Interactive Radar brought to us by Rockford Auto Glass. We have a couple snow showers as well on that radar, but I don't think they're reaching the surface because of how dry the conditions are here at the surface. Now we do see warmer temperatures this week. We could potentially see temperatures in the 50s at the end of the week, but lots of 40s, drier conditions as well. A slight chance of rain, snow showers tomorrow and Wednesday, but other than that, this is a great forecast headed into the first week of December.
Very mild. Thanks, Jordan, and thanks for joining us. Have a good evening.